Toastmasters. Sterling, welcome guests. Sterling, thank you for giving us a speech which was, I thought it was going to be about martial arts, but it wasn't. It was about human interest. It was all focused around the main theme, to protect myself and those who can't. You start out with a little story about fetal alcohol syndrome, which I didn't know much about. I'm glad you informed us on that. That was part of the topic of the speech, was to, or the subpurpose of the speech, to inform. You informed us about, among other things, fetal alcohol syndrome. You also demonstrated to the theme of the meeting today, flexibility. You're teaching martial arts. You've got kids that are, and people that are kind of running amok, maybe a little bit, and you're all cool and poised with it. I like that. The human interest part of the story was compelling because it focused on some multiple sub-points of the speech besides the main point of protecting yourself and those who can't. You talked about responsibility, your responsibility as far as getting them to learn from you and to grow. A couple of points for improvement. You tended to move a little bit from here to there. Let your movement sort of flow from the emotion that you're projecting and the passion that you're projecting. You can move around the room and look at people, engage them, talk to them, because the human interest part of this speech is something you want to project to people, something that you can do. So the movement looked a little bit back and forth. You don't need to do that. You can walk around the room with something like this. Human interest is of interest literally to everybody. Second thing, you tended to focus, at least it looked like to me, and I'll let the audience give you more feedback on it. You seem to be a little bit weighted, if you will, towards this part of the room, because you're looking towards this part of the room here. Don't need to do that. Look around everybody. Final thing, with respect to the speaking part, you said something, and then you said, and I've been teaching for 30 years. The and does not need to be there. I've been teaching for 30 years. Good grief, most people can't teach a sport like martial arts for very long. You've been doing it for all this time. I've been teaching martial arts for 30 years. That's reinforcing the point that you are trying to help people, not that you're bragging about yourself. That's not the point at all. I enjoy always listening to your confidence. That comes through clearly on every speech that I've seen you make. Lastly, again, wrapped up by talking about Dumion. Did I get it right? Dumion? Dumion, thank you. And the final point was protecting myself and those who can't through growth. Not only the students' growth, but also ultimately your own.